Tea on One Radio, the talk show podcast station, bringing you Inspire Our Podcast, your source for positive mental stimulation and good vibes, uplifting the world in support of peace, strength, wisdom, and faith. The information and resources on this podcast are based on the opinions of the host, unless otherwise noted. All information is intended to motivate, encourage, and inspire positive change and a healthy lifestyle. This podcast may contain some quotations, images, and/or excerpts from copyrighted material. These uses fall well within the copyright doctrine of fair use. Welcome. I am your host, Tony Williams. Welcome, everyone. If you're listening through the Wisdom app, welcome. And those listening through Inspire Our Podcast, brought to you by T1 Radio Station, the talk show podcast station. Today I'm merging the two, and today we will be talking about what you see is what you think you know. Yeah, dun dun dun. But is it? And I think this is one for great discussion. Seriously. With everything that we encounter every day in life, there are situations, places, people, and things that make you think, okay, I know what I see, so is that's what I know, just what I see. It's a good question. It's definitely food for thought. It's definitely food for thought. Let's take, for example, you're a parent, and, you raise your kids, you teach them temperament, you teach them responsibility, you teach them all the things a parent is supposed to teach them, along with good behavior and great choices and all those great parenting topics that you must go over with your children. And you raise them up, they begin school, everything's going great, and you hit elementary, late elementary, early junior high, and you start getting those school calls, phone calls. Your child's in the principal office, and you're like, what the hell? What? Why? Why am I getting? That is not okay. Let's not jump to conclusion. Let's find out what they have to say. And I'm telling you, you really feel like you know your child because you see them every day. You raise them, you feed them. And they tell you, oh, they got caught, let's say, tagging, spray painting, and you're like, no, we don't do that. We have no association with that. That's one of those situations to where, as a parent, you're going by what you see. You're going by, that's what you know. You taught them not to. And here they are doing it. And you're going, I thought I knew. It's not always you. It's outside influences. It's what they see on TV, wherever. Or just conversations with their friends. But you thought you knew. Because you see your child come in, they got good grades, they do their homework. Kids are a bit mischievous, but we let that fly. We just give them a good talking to, like, don't do that shit no more. But you're going by what you see. You see your child flourishing, you see them doing well, until you get that damn phone call and you're like, I didn't know what I thought. Okay. So yeah, that's one of those situations. You thought you knew because you're going by what you see. It happens. It happens to every parent. Your kid or not, if you're doing the parenting thing, it happens. So let's take another example here. This one's for the guys. Your girlfriend cheats. You thought it was going to be forever. You thought the sun rose and set on her. You put in your time, you put in your effort, you went to work every day, did all things a man is supposed to do. You're in a couple of years, let's say 3 years, bam, you get the news. Boo cheated. You're like, wait, no, this is not what's happening here. Let's say I'm doing everything I'm supposed to do. Okay. Well, she cooks for me, she cleans, she gives me the hoo-ha when I wanted. She does the freaky things on my birthdays and Christmas and holidays and surprise me, throughout the year with special little gifts. Wait, no, see, no, she does what she's supposed to do. She does the shopping. I've seen it. She cooks, she cleans. I've seen it. You thought you knew. That's another moment of that. What you see is what you think you know. And then you get that news and you're like, fuck my life. Are you kidding me? Just another one of those you thought you knew. Life has a way of showing you what you really know. It really does. Because as much as we like to plan out life and this is what we're going to do, it does not always go that way. Life has a way of showing you who's boss in this thing. Now, the same thing goes for, the ladies. Your husband cheats or your boyfriend cheats. And you're like, no, I've given him everything. I'm in the gym. I keep my job. I'm not laying up on him. I'm not cheating on him. Damn it. Damn it to hell. What is this? No, he went to work every day. He was doing everything he was supposed to do. See, I was doing what I was supposed to do. He cheated. Damn it. You thought you knew. Life is full of it. It is full of those moments. You get fired off a job. It happens to people. It might be for a little bit of nothing. Maybe it was just an excuse to get rid of you because they want one of their friends in there, or they want somebody who looks completely different from you in there. Whatever the case may be, you done worked on this job. You've put in 5, 6, 7, 12 years. I mean, it goes higher than that, where I've seen where people have gotten fired for pretty much nothing. But you thought you knew. You had good benefits. Everything seems to be fine. You have no write-ups. You give your time. You barely take a vacation. You're busting your ass. You're giving more to the company than the company is giving you. You're there on time, before time. You leave late, way late. You're on your shit on this job, and, well, Bill, we gotta let you go. Keisha, I'm sorry, we gotta let you go. You're like, what the fuck? No. I get my checks regularly. They ain't play with my money. I do my work. I ain't got into it with nobody. What the hell's going on? You thought you knew. Life is full of those moments. You joined a church. You joined a new church. I'm going to touch a little bit of everything, y'all. I'm going to touch a little bit of everything. You joined a new church. You go in, you're high-spirited, you're watching, you're listening, you're ready, you got your Bible, you got your notebook, you're ready to learn, but you see holy hell up in this church. You're like, whoa, wait a minute. Been there about a year, maybe 2, and you're like, wait, these people are crazy as hell. This preacher up here preaching in people's pockets. Wait a minute. What kind of fuckery is this? No, wait a minute. This ain't what I've been reading in the Bible. Wait a minute. You thought you knew. It's going by the sight that fucks us. It really does. Sad to say, but it really does. If you go only based off sight, but a lot of people do. And we get slapped upside the head by life with these moments. And it ain't fun. It does not feel good. I wish this on nobody. But it's going to happen. Because it's a part of life. Or try this one on for size. I don't know how many of y'all had that one wild friend. But I really believe in every clique of friends, no matter what profession you're in, you have that one wild-ass friend. Now, this friend you've known for a very long time, that person has always been there for you. They've always had your back. You done stood back to back and fought. You done both been without and helped each other and just everything that you could possibly go through with a person in a friendship in this life. And we know that this life can be a little raggedy sometimes. But you've went through this, and you know this friend is wild because they're the life of the party. They are usually the life of the party. They are the ones who will say whatever the hell comes to mind. Don't start y'all. I know y'all thinking it. Yes, I'm that one friend. Yep, the wild one. Don't care. Didn't have a care in the world. It don't matter. Gonna say what's on your mind. Gonna act exactly how you want to wherever you are. That one wild friend. Yeah. And then they do something that you can't quite comprehend. You're like, wait a minute, what the hell? Why the hell would she do that? Why the hell would he do that? I never figured you to be that ignorant or that crazy. Huh. I thought I knew. That's that moment where you go, I thought I'd seen it all. Yeah, I know. I have a couple of friends that are kind of on the wild side, and I didn't actually had to stop and think. And it's like, what the hell? I ain't gonna, now you don't kick the friend completely to the curb because that's your ride or die homie. That's the one that's gonna be there when nobody else, not even in the family, is gonna be there. That one crazy motherfucker is you call them, hey man, the sky is falling, it's falling on my house. Okay, boo, I'm coming. Or yeah, bro, I'm on my way. You might not necessarily be able to do nothing about it, but just the comfort of having that I don't give a fuck attitude with you there supporting you through shit. Yeah, you like, yeah, I thought I knew, but your ass is crazy. Going by what you see is a rough one. It's tough. That's marriage, that's work, that's friendship, that's out there in life. Because these days, we are seeing some really throwed off shit. People are acting in some really, really strange ways. Now, at different times and in certain spaces, it rings true. What you see is what you know. It's like when something big happens and say the police contact you, and be like, well, do you know XYZ? And you're like, no. Well, what do you know about him? I've just seen him frequent the corner store a couple of times, but in those situations, you can only go by what you see. That is all you know. And it's also the dividing point when it comes to us as a collective people, because some live by sight, some blindly follow, and some live by faith. And it's everyone's free will to choose and live by whatever they choose. But it does beg the question, no matter which you choose, sometimes does it really ring true that what you see is what you know? At least what you think you know? Until life proves it wrong. So, is it? And I'm pretty sure there have been times in everyone's lives thus far, if you have not encountered it yet, it's probably coming. A moment to where something happens that you're not prepared for. Devastation of some sort. But you tend to come out of it victoriously. And you can't quite explain exactly how the universe and everything in it comes together and lines up just right to bring you out of a really fucked up situation, damn near without any or many scars. Is it living by that faith or by what you saw? Or just blindly following? Which is it for you? Has there been any moments to where it really made you question, damn, I thought I knew everything? Because at some point, every single one of us has had that attitude and mindset that We know it. We know everything. We can't possibly learn shit else. Even those with doctorate degrees and everything else, every single day that we wake up, we learn something new. Because if we're not, we're stalled out and missing out. Now, for the wisdom app, you guys understand it. This is one of those topics that we really should have. Because this sort of thing is basically reflecting through our youth. This very thing. That's why a lot of people have a hard time believing in any faith or religion or anything like that, or understand other people when they're really going through some sort of a transformation, mentally, physically, or emotionally. Might be wilding out a bit. Which could also contribute to us not being as unified as we should. And again, I will say everyone has the free will to choose and live by the path they choose, with respect still being given to others who just might choose a different path from you. Given that same understanding that you want for self, that we actually have to return. Is that something that we see? I see a little. We could see more and help more. So those moments that we see things that we thought we knew, it's a humbling experience. And if you haven't felt it, I'm not sure what to say on that one. Nothing I really can say on that one. Except for it will be a time that it may happen. And hopefully you can be prepared to accept. Because that's a big part of it as well. But what you see should be kind of what you get. But there are other times that it's overwhelming. What you see is what you think you know. But is it? If you guys on wisdom want to come up and say something, you are very more than welcome to. Other than that, this has just been food for thought. What you see is what you think you know. Is it? Ask somebody that this week. A little homework. I'm going to ask a couple of people that. And then you'll be able to see with the answers that you get that people are very different. Some you'll click with and connect with. Some you'll just sit there and kind of watch. Go, okay. But if we actually do come together collectively, we could help the generations to come by actually talking with them, letting them know. Even if you think they're not listening, say it anyway. We need this. There is a lot going on in this world that should not be, but it is. So when you see something, don't remain silent about it. Speak up and say something. If not, then it really will end up being what you see is what you get. And that's a choice too. We can help. We can help others. Which is helping our elders because they're tired. They need rest right about now. They've encountered this. That's why they were able to come up with their saying. A lot of them kind of, speaking with them, a lot of them settled on that what you see is what you get. Because I think for them in their generational times, it was not much that could be done about their situations. But with all the technology, scientific advances, more openness, more willingness to talk, as well as listen, we should be able to actually encourage some positive change. Invoke more thought. Induce more wisdom. Yes, somebody laughing, I know. But if our youth actually thought more, not about the silly things, not about the violent things, but actually more thought provoking conversations between them. And in speaking with a lot of them, they do go by what they see versus what they're told. And a lot of responses I got on that and the feedback I got was they watched their parents. So they felt that they didn't need to listen to them because what they were saying to them was different from what the children were seeing. And to them, it's been a big disconnect. The lie and the truth for them, it's an obscured line. So they really do end up just strictly going by what they see and not really listening to the words. Proof is in the pudding. Actions speak louder than words. All that there. So they end up being the adults later in life, going by just only what they see. Unfamiliar with faith or anything like that. If they didn't see it in the home, in anyone's home they went into, they were never exposed. Because it's about exposure. Here's another example for you, and I want to see how you guys feel about this. Do you all know that they are allowing, and I don't want to offend anybody, but I will speak the truth. They are bringing in drag queens into functions with children and letting them dance for them and things of that nature. Again, the word is exposure. And if children are going by what they see, yeah, I had to stop a minute. Because if they go by what they see, we're in trouble. And we're allowing this. To a certain degree, we are allowing this. We're going to make it as it is to go by what you see. And that's what you know. We're going to have some generational issues after us if they're left to go by what they see. It's one of those things. Let me be clear, I don't approve of that sort of thing. And I have grandchildren. So that's going to be, they're going to see me up there acting kind of unruly if they're doing that in the schools where my grandchildren go. Because I'm not having it. And then people will be going by what they saw when I acted a fool about this situation. So to me, that's child pornography, and we take no part in that. We do not support that. But again, I say, we have some who live in that by sight. And by sight alone makes life a little rougher. A little more challenging to navigate through. You really don't want it to be that way for anyone. And at the same token, we know life isn't exactly easy to navigate. But we could actually make the path a little clearer for others. By speaking about these things, by talking about them, by sharing them. So if you're listening to this, please do share, like, follow. And if you're looking for me on any other sites, just Google me, Tony on One, and you'll find me on Majority of the platforms I am definitely on. But do you live by what you see only? Let me know. Comment. If you're listening or watching this on YouTube, comment in the box below. Let me know what you think about this topic. Email me, inbox me, social media. Let's actually really talk about this. Have this conversation. This is a real conversation. What you see. Because what I saw growing up were family stuff. Out in the street, walking to school or catching a bus to school, I saw certain things. You see things every day when you're out and about. You see stuff at home and you see stuff in public. When you smash that shit together, what do you have? And the thing is, it starts at home. And then it spreads wide from there. Let's encourage our youth. Let's encourage our youthful parents. Let's inspire them to learn, to grow, and to teach their young. It'll be very difficult for us to live only by sight. For those of you who, what I'm about to say, you'll understand this. A lot of us are walking by faith. We're not walking by sight. It somewhat clears a path for us. And that's something we can't shove it down anyone else's throat because it's not fair. You plant the seed and let it grow. And oftentimes it's kind of rough to share that idea, that concept, because that's where a lot of people leave it, as an idea or concept. But through the years, we see, we hear, we feel, we understand by the experiences that we have. And oftentimes it leads us to just go by sight. But let's go by more than just sight. Let's get an understanding. Let's communicate. As well as agree to disagree on things. Without drama, without fighting, without lies, without chaos. And maybe we can once again be unified as a collective. And I encourage everyone to be themselves. Be the best you possible. With respect to yourself and others. So, let me know what you all think. I said I wouldn't keep you long, and I won't. But let me know what you think about this. Until next time, have a great day. You have been listening to Inspire Our Podcast by TL1 Radio, the talk show podcast station. Know that you are loved, cherished, and needed. So keep your head up and your heart light. Until the next time, have a blessed and productive week. I've been your host, Tony Wood.